What the heck going on, man? You right where you need to be with Speedy G. Let me fix the hat, man. You know, life ain't perfect, but we gonna twerk it. You dig? Anyway, you right where you need to be with Speedy G, man. And I must say, these are all allegations. They say P. Diddy's son is also accused of being the little mini me. Being a little mini me, man. And following dad's footsteps. We just gonna do a little reaction, man. This ain't good. These are all allegations because they can make up assumptions, but until they have proof and Diddy's arrested, I'm not going.
Diddy's son, Christian, aka King Combs, is now being sued, just like his father is. A woman filed a lawsuit against King, alleging that in late 2022, right before New Year's Eve, King assaulted her on a yacht, specifically sexually assaulted. There was a party going on. She was working it, and she claims that he started to hone in on her, roping her, trying to kiss her. She claims that she tried pushing him off of him, telling her that she didn't want it. And she claims that he continued pressing on and pressing on. In her lawsuit, she actually claims to have audio recordings of this, and she includes transcripts of all of this. And in the transcripts, if they're believed to be true, they do in fact show her trying to tell Christian, hey, leave me alone. I don't want this. Leave me alone. Eventually, she claims she got away from Christian. He kept hounding her. He told her, hey, take me to a place I can sleep on the yacht. She took him to a theater room, and this woman claims that's when he continued to try and sexually assault her, trying to force her to give him oral sex. Somebody eventually came in, she claims, and interrupted the whole thing, and she was able to escape it. But she also claims that she might have been drugged that night because there was alcohol going around. She suspects it might have been spiked. And this is kind of similar in nature to the lawsuit that Diddy is facing from one Rodney Jones. And interestingly, Rodney Jones is actually crucial to this lawsuit as well. This woman is claiming that Rodney Jones was on board that night and that the audio recordings she says she got from Rodney Jones because apparently he was recording at the time. The woman suing Christian Combs is actually being represented by the same lawyer that Rodney Jones has. And we should note about this lawyer, he is actually facing a little bit of a hearing in New York right now. Basically, there's a judge that's looking into whether he has filed frivolous lawsuits that are meritless. So he's kind of in legal hot water there, separate from this whole case. Just something to keep in mind. Diddy and his team have denied all the allegations, as has Christian Combs.
So that's what they saying, man. They saying Christian Combs Potter doing things of that nature too. But I think now it's kind of getting blown crazy because people do that at parties, man. Dudes get drunk and they do harass women. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm definitely not one of those dudes because I can't go out bad like that. When you ain't into me, I'm not even gonna force you to be into me. You feel me? And that's just a fact, though. But let's look at some more things, man. Into this, just another clip.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify for Chase's new program where you get access up to.
Federal investigators apparently have secured a key witness against Sean Diddy Combs. TMZ reports the rapper's ex-girlfriend, singer Cassie, is cooperating in this sex trafficking probe. She was the first person to come forward with allegations of abuse, which Diddy continues to deny. But the rapper continues to lay low. Went for a bike ride in Miami, but he was spotted riding that bike yesterday, saying hello to fans along the way. Apparently, he was out for about 45 minutes and a lot of pictures along the way. Todd Pyro, the co-anchor of Fox and Friends First, also a lawyer. Yes, sir. Good morning to you.
Morning.
You say the point off the top that needs to be remembered here is that no charges have been filed. Okay,
correct.
Take that on its face. What comes next?
Well,
and that's what I want y'all to realize. Before we try to hang the man, no real charges have really been he ain't in cuffs. That's why he riding the bike. Y'all gonna be jumping back on his wood when he get back right. Chill.
Obviously is the big question. And on this Cassie stuff, people are wondering, well, she settled. Didn't she have a non-disclosure agreement? We have to remember non-disclosure agreements are for things that are untoward, not for serious crimes like the allegations of sex trafficking. Sex trafficking isn't just untoward. It's a heinous crime that you cannot disclaim in a non-disclosure. So that's why she's able to talk to the feds. So what's happening right now? They want an airtight case because you're not going up against Todd Pyro with no resources. You're going up against Diddy. He's got hundreds of millions of dollars to defend himself. They need to make sure that this case is as airtight as possible. And as well, Bill, you have to remember a lot of the characters that you would be putting on the stand in a case like this, let's not say they're probably not the Harlem Boys choir. They themselves have credibility issues. So you want to make sure every I is dotted, every T is crossed, and then you get the full range of every possible witness you can get into that complaint. Because right now, it does look bad for Diddy, but you have to make sure if you're the feds that is airtight.
So to that point, celebrity reaction to the mansion raids. Okay, so 50 Cent said they don't come like that unless they got a case. And then this one from Aubrey O'Day, respectfully, I've been telling y'all this for 2 decades. And did anyone listen? No. And then Suge Knight says he's got a warning. I tell you what, Puffy, your life is in danger because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys are participating in?
To me, the Suge Knight comment highlights what I think is the biggest unanswered question in this case. How far does this extend? Are we talking Epstein level? Are we talking Weinstein level? Because there are unconfirmed reports that Diddy had cameras in his various rooms for his various parties. The thought process being, am I going to be able to get blackmail against individuals that come to these parties? You're doing that not for, again, the Todd Pyros of the world. You're doing that for real famous and very powerful people. So that's why Suge's comment is so fascinating. As for the other 2 comments, yes, Aubrey O'Day probably told a lot of people, but me telling you at a cocktail party is a lot different than speaking down under oath to the feds. And you have to realize that. That said, everybody seems to be singing right now. And so I think that's where they're going to get, the feds that is, the full range of witness testimony against
it. So you had Cassie filed, and it seemed, and then she settled the next day.
Right.
So that's out there. And you have 3 other women and a man who filed accusations. Are these accusations all the same? Are they similar?
They are similar. They obviously result from a different nexus of action. There aren't necessarily the same event all 4 times by your count, but they all go for around the same thing. And so the question becomes, how credible are those 4? But how far does it extend? I think it extends way beyond the 4 if I'm sort of reading the tea leaves, but we won't know that until the feds finish their investigation. You have to think, though, if they are going in guns blazing, literally like they did at these mansions, they have to feel confident that they have a lot more than just these 4.
Some are saying that was over the top in all this video.
If I'm the defense, I absolutely play that angle. 1, it's off the top. 2, why did you coordinate with the media? You're tainting the jury pool by doing that. You're making my client guilty right off the bat. And then 3rd, the big defense thing is that credibility issue. If I'm the defense, I'm focused on those 3 things. At this point, until we know more and until charges are potentially filed.
Well, that's what question I know you guys want to go, but the time between the raid and an indictment, and from your experience as a lawyer, is this typical, usual, or a long time?
I mean, could be long, could be short. It was pretty short with regard to another mansion raid in South Florida. I'll leave it at that. But it could be long. In this case, keep in mind that in the Trump case, there is a presidential election they're trying to speed up for. There's no rush in this Diddy case.
Yeah. I didn't hear this bit about cooperating with the media or coordinating with the media.
The media was there.
Who'd they coordinate with?
The media that was on scene, ready to go and film basically the invasion of Diddy's mansion.
Was that from the helicopter?
From all angles. That doesn't happen. We get a lot of tips, but that's a big tip. And if you get that, you send your crews.
Like CNN did with Roger Stone.
100%.
All right. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kill.
So, yeah, that's basically a couple of clips on the situation. Again, a couple of days ago, they accused Diddy's son of drugging women and sexually assaulting and giving them the take that vibes. You feel me? So, hey, man, I say this. Let's learn from this situation. Because when you go to regular parties, imagine these are millionaires. When you go to regular parties with niggas is broke getting drugged. They giving more drinks than can. They're probably drugging. Man, use game, man. And don't go to parties looking for women, man. Just go there to have a good time. leave. If you get a woman, you get one. Don't go to trying to do that. Find another angle to go to a party from. Going out to parties and clubs for women, I mean, you could talk to them when you see them, but to nothing really ever gonna come super serious of that. And if it does, it's probably not gonna be good. But I just went off subject. This is about Diddy's son going crazy. Do I believe the allegations? It's a 50-50. We'll see. The man hasn't even been fully charged. No one has been charged. But we'll see. Like, comment, and subscribe if you made it this far. You a vibe. Hey man. Hey man, say man. Show me some love so you can get some love. Hit that like button, subscribe. Keep posting. I'm gonna keep dropping, man.